Hello, beautiful souls. This is Jeanette Prado coming to you from Happiness from Within. Thank you very much for tuning in to today's episode. Wow, so there is so much change going on in the world right now. Today's topic that I want to bring to you today is coronavirus, message of hope and inspiration. And the first thing that I want to start by saying is that my heart goes out to those anywhere in the world where you are being affected by this virus. My wishes and prayers go out to you and your family of the deaths, people being infected and struggling for their lives. So I just really want to take a moment of silence for you. And the next thing I want to talk about is you. You know, what is it that you can do to uplift yourself, to inspire yourself? I wanted to share with you that I wasn't sure if I was going to do today's episode. I was like, I don't want to do this episode. I want to go into my own cave of darkness. And I had to sit down for a second, and I was like, my whole message is about helping people come out of the darkness and into the light. And I was listening to one of my wonderful, wonderful favorite people, Sahara Rose. We had this beautiful meditation prayer thing a few days ago. Actually, it was yesterday, excuse me. And God, I think there was like 400 something light workers. I mean, it was just amazing. And wow, I mean, she talked about dancing and doing all these things. And she said, now is the time for us to rise up and shine our light, whatever our platform is. And I really felt that it was my sense of duty to do anything that I can with my platform, which is my podcast, right? To use my voice to help inspire you guys. Because right now, globally, everybody is struggling right now. What's happening is everybody's in shock right now. You go to the grocery store right now, it's like the shelves are empty. You can't even get toilet paper. But what I truly believe is that this too shall pass. And that's my first message for you, is this will pass. I'm going to go back and listen to this episode a year from now, 6 months from now, 30 years from now, and be like, man, do you remember during that time, during the coronavirus? I know it's not something to laugh about, but the thing is, my other message to you today, to help you come out of the darkness and into the light, is that, you know, we just found out today that, you know, the senator of Los Angeles, Garcetti, basically Los Angeles and other cities, New York, are on lockdown. Basically, there's a lot of businesses closing down. My favorite, oh my gosh, hot yoga studio, which I never thought would close. I mean, they're temporarily closing basically for the next 2 weeks because they're trying to stop the spread of this virus. And so it's just crazy. I mean, if you think about back in history, though, I mean, our ancestors went through war, you know, battles, and we're living in a new age now, but it's just, was what's happening, and it's a day-by-day thing. And I just really want to encourage you there's definitely things that you can do. So I wanted to actually give you 11 things to inspire you. So one thing is to move your body. You're probably thinking, how the heck am I going to move my body if I'm inside of my house? I encourage you to get up, grab a YouTube video, and pick your favorite song. Maybe dance to some favorite music. Like one of my favorite musics is, my favorite songs is Despacito, you know, Luis Fonsi. But you know, seriously, like, go crazy. pick your favorite song and just start dancing around your house. So that's the first thing, is to move your body. The second thing I really want to encourage you is to take time to eat your food. Yes, like, have you ever taken the time to actually sit there and actually look, for example, let's say you have an orange. Try this. Literally sit there, look at the orange, and then as you start to peel it, just really take your time and look at the beautiful essence of the orange that you're eating. And then when you take a little piece and then you're peeling that piece of the orange and you put it in your mouth, you're like, oh my God, pay attention to the juices and how it feels in your mouth, and just how wonderful it's making your body feel, just putting in this wonderful, beautiful energy into your body, right? It's really amazing because everything is energy. Fruit, the energy that from dancing, that's energy that we're putting into our body. Because one of the things what's happening right now is everybody's going into shock. Everybody is scared, which is completely understandable, but we have a choice of how we respond to this. I believe one of the biggest things that's happening right now is the media is really not helping. I do not encourage you at all to watch the news. I'm not saying it's not important to keep up of what's happening, but if you're sitting there watching the news before you go to bed, wow, that's not a good idea. Just a suggestion, because the thoughts that you put in your head before you go to bed, you're going to have a hard time sleeping. I'll be straight up with you guys too. I've been having a hard time sleeping because guess what I was doing? I was on my Instagram like, oh my God, consuming all these thoughts, and I really had to stop myself. And personally, what has helped me is just taking deep breaths, really taking time to every breath you breathe in and you breathe out. That's actually the third step that I want to share with you, is really paying attention to your breathing. I challenge you, try it. Like, let's do it right now. Close your eyes. Yes, right now. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. One last time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Go ahead and gently, open your eyes. But did you notice just taking those 3-4 breaths, when you are breathing, you actually start to pay attention to your breath. It's really amazing. So your breath is energy. What kind of breaths are you taking every day? So really encourage you, take a step today to focus on your breathing. You can even start with 1 minute a day. It's like that muscle, right? You go to the gym, you're building your muscles. Working on your breathing is also another muscle. So I really hope that helps you. So number 4, really want to encourage you to read a book. All those books that you have on your bookshelf that you said you didn't have time to read, well, pick one up. I challenge you to read 25 pages today and then call up a friend and tell them what you learned about that book, or have them read 25 pages of book, and then you guys come together and have a dialogue about it. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same book, but you just share what you learned from that book. And take one of those things in that book and start applying it to your life. It can be any aspect of your life, mentally, physically, spiritually. Maybe you wanted to learn how to take better care of your health. So that's the 4th thing that I really encourage you to do. The 5th thing is to start journaling. Journaling is so amazing. I personally started journaling when I was 11 years old. I still actually have a lot of those journals. Crazy, right? But I look back and I've seen how much that I've grown into the young woman that I am today. It's really amazing how much you grow as a person. Maybe it's not something you do every day, but since you're going to have the time, you might as well take a challenge for yourself for the next 2 weeks. Journal. Take some time to journal for 5-10 minutes a day. Write down how you're feeling about this whole situation that's happening. And 6 is I want to talk about feelings. Yes, feelings. I want you to know however you're feeling. There's no right or wrong way of how you're feeling. If you're feeling scared, acknowledge that. If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel happy, be happy. If you feel depressed, be depressed. But what I encourage you to do is to not stay in that spot. I know, easier said than done, right? But I just really acknowledge you to take those feelings and pick up the phone and call a friend. If you are on social media, which most people are, use your voice. You have a voice. If you can talk and have a voice, wow, you are very fortunate. There's people that are deaf, and they can't really talk. There's people that are blind that can't see. There's some people that maybe don't have a voice and can't talk very well, right? So if you have a voice, that is a gift. That is a gift that you can use to inspire the world. If you're feeling a certain way, I challenge you right now, get on Instagram, get on Facebook, just be like, you know what? I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but I just want to give a message of positivity. I just want you to know, I'm not feeling very well. And I just want you to know that I want to share this quote with you. Maybe you want to share a quote or something that you read about. But I promise you, you can use your voice to inspire the world. Right now, since a lot of us globally are isolated in our houses, this is actually the perfect time to start a podcast, that podcast that you said you wanted to start that YouTube show, to start that Instagram account that you wanted to open years ago, but you didn't because of fear, right? Like right now, this is the time to do that. You don't have to have a perfect plan. Like just start. If there's something that you've wanted to start building, just start. You guys, when I started this podcast, like my computer that I had completely crashed. I didn't even have the money to get a new laptop. And I sat and meditated for about 10 minutes. And I was chanting, through my Buddhist practice. And something just told me, go online through my phone, right? Because my laptop wasn't working anymore. It totally crashed. I was like, I want to start this podcast. And I just started searching. I was like, buy a new laptop. I wanted to get specifically a MacBook Pro laptop because I'm a Mac girl. Anyways, long story short, I was able to find a company. I was able to get a refurbished computer for $950 on a payment plan. I was like, wow, see, like it's these little obstacles that we all have. It's like, okay, well, what am I going to do about it? What is one step that I can take to start going towards my dreams? Am I going to not let having a laptop stop me from doing the podcast? No, like I found a solution. I went online. We all have access to the internet, Google, right? And I was like, I'm going to find a solution. There's companies out there that want to work with people and they want to work with you and they want to help you get that laptop. Maybe you want to get a new phone, whatever it is for you, whatever it is that is going to bring you happiness. So I think I lost track which one I was on. So again, it's not even about this podcast being perfect. Really, my goal is to come on here and just really want to inspire you. Okay, so number 6 is to pick your favorite song and start singing. Yes, like literally get in front of the mirror and start singing. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to sound like a superstar. I wanted to share part of this song from one of my favorite artists. Her name is Celine Dion. And the name of the song is called I'm Alive. I just want you to hear the first part of it, and then we're going to talk about it. I get weak. wings to fly. Oh, I'm alive. You guys, we're alive. Oh my God. Woo! On me. I know, I'm having a crazy moment. I want to exuberate this energy, this happiness that I'm feeling. I want to share with you guys a moment that I had today, and I would really encourage you to have this moment. If you're in an area right now where it's raining, like, don't be mad at the rain. I went to run an errand today, and I was going to take an Uber back home, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the bus part way, and I'm going to walk the rest of the way home. And it was a short little walk. It was like 15, 20 minutes. And it was so amazing. As I was sharing with you guys, I've been feeling stressed and afraid just like you guys. I'm a human being just like you guys. And I was with my umbrella and my rain jacket, and my feet were getting soaked, and I just wasn't paying attention to the small things. I was just looking up to the sky and watching the rain fall, and God, it was just so beautiful. I started to receive all these downloads and just ideas and things that I can start implementing into my life and into my business. And I literally felt all the stress and everything I'd been having for the last 3-4 days literally melt away. It was so beautiful. And that was just 15 minutes walking in the rain. I was like, yep, that's what nature does for you. So I encourage you, if you live by the mountains, by the forest, by the ocean, if you can go even just for a little while, if you're able to leave your house, or heck, if you can even just go to your backyard, if you have a neighbor that has a garden, there's got to be something naturey nearby. A tree, go put your hand on a tree. It is so healing. And you can do the same for yourself. Literally, just putting your hand actually on a tree, and you start talking to the tree. You say, hello, tree, how are you? For my light workers out there, I know that you really understand this. Some of you listen to this might think, oh my God, you're so freaking crazy. And that's fine. Maybe this podcast is not for you, and that's completely fine. But truly connecting with nature, it's such a beautiful energy. And let me tell you why. Because we are all interconnected. None of us have to be isolated. As you can see, this epidemic that's happening right now, it's global. It's not something that's just happening in one country. I mean, Europe right now is on lockdown. I spoke to a woman, one of my students actually, that coaching students. She is in Spain right now, and I've been asking her what's going on, and she's like, yeah, all of us are isolated in our houses right now. And I was like, well, what about the supermarket? Are you able to get food? She's like, yeah, we can go to the supermarket, but just the pharmacy and the supermarket is open right now. And now that this is happening in Los Angeles, I'm like, oh my God, this is real. This is happening. I wanted to share with you just another moment of gratitude. That's actually number 7 that I want to share with you, is having gratitude for the very small things that you have in your life right now. Just being alive, like what we were talking about earlier, right? With Celine Dion's song, I'm Alive. I went to the store. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get anything, because it was already pretty late in the evening. And give me 1 second, you guys. I just realized I had the heater on. Hopefully that's not playing in the background. Anyways, so again, it's not about the podcast being perfect, right? It's about getting the message, but definitely striving for perfection. So what I was saying is I went to Trader Joe's, and for the last 2-3 days, the shelves have been pretty empty by 11, 12 o'clock, and then something just told me, just go, right? So I went, and I was like, I was trusting my gut intuition, right? I was like, let me see if I can pick up something. So I go in there, wow, literally frozen section completely gone. And I saw some people coming out with carts. I was like, is there any food left? They're like, yeah, there's still some stuff left. So I went in there and wow, I was just like so grateful. I saw like, some of the shelves, had, you could get some nuts, they had cereal and oh my God. And I was able to get some bananas and, just some little things, but at least I could get some food for at least a week and a half. Right. So when I left that store, wow, I had never had such the deepest gratitude for just the groceries, right? Just that one little bag of food, right? So I encourage you, wherever you are in the world, if you're able to get access to food, be grateful for that. Because there's still people in so many countries right now that are just dying of starvation. And imagine with all this coronavirus thing happening, my God, I can't even imagine. I don't even want to imagine, but there's so many people suffering right now. So just being grateful. I'm sorry, I'm about to cry. Just that moment of having that groceries, like, you guys, it was so deep. And I know you guys understand. Oh my God. I think this is maybe one of the first times I've cried on one of my podcast episodes. It was really hard for me to get on today, you guys. It really was. But we all have a mission. We all have a mission to be alive, and we're all going to make it through this. I promise you. I'm sorry, you guys. I lost it. I'm not supposed to be crying. I'm supposed to be inspiring you guys. Okay. So I think, we're on number 8. So, wow. The next thing I just want to encourage you is just to be vulnerable. Share with someone how you're feeling. I might have already shared that, but just being real, being true to yourself is the most important thing. I just found out today that I'm pretty much going to be laid off from my job. And, I've been laid off several times. I've been fired a few times, which there's many people that have gone through that. There's been over 150,000 people already that have been laid off from their jobs. So nobody is a victim here. We are only victors. But, I saw this as the perfect opportunity that right now I've been wanting to take my podcast to the next level. And one thing that I can promise you guys, I'm not going to tell you yet, but there are really good things coming this next month. That's all I'm going to say. I'm really, really excited. So I know all of this is happening for a reason. This is not happening to us. It's happening for us, right? Wow. It feels really nice to be vulnerable. But, okay. I got myself back together. Okay. So the next one that I want to share with you guys is number 9. And that message is connecting to your higher self. So that can be, in the form of just being still, meditating. I challenge you, take 5 minutes today. Go into your room, go into a quiet place, and just literally, if you can sit on the couch, or if you want to lay down, or if you want to sit on the floor, however you feel comfortable, make sure that you're comfortable. And just sit in silence. Yeah, in silence. And it's really beautiful what happens, what starts to happen. You start to gain a sense of clarity. Yeah. That's number 9. Number 10 is I want to give you an exercise to start loving yourself. And that is, okay, you're going to put your hand on your heart and you're going to say these words: I love and accept myself. Let's repeat it again together. I love and accept myself. Breathe that in. And breathe out. I love and accept myself. That's actually one of the most beautiful things that you can say to yourself over and over and over. I actually learned this from Louise Hayes, and she encourages one to say it 200 to 400 times a day. Yes. I actually went on this challenge of saying just that to myself, and I kid you not, you guys, it's taken me quite some time to really love myself. By no means has it ended, but it's been a journey of, wow, really developing myself for, the last 15 years, I have to really say. You know, we all go through different forms of struggles and sufferings. You know, from the time I was a kid, I have to say I've gone through a lot in my life, and I share this with you from a place of strength, coming from a place of being molested, through middle school, like being teased, being called ugly, which a lot of teenagers go through, right? God, being evicted from my house, losing my house from a fire. Oh man, being cheated on. God, being almost raped. God, there I am crying again. I'm sharing all this with you guys because all of those things served a purpose. It's made me the woman that I am today. And there's definitely people that have gone through way worse than I have. And it's not about comparing at all whatsoever. That was part of my journey. Literally this last year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I completely healed my body of this incurable disease that I had in my knee. Maybe there's somebody listening to this that has pigmented venicular synovitis. It's the condition that grows very slowly in the knee or in the hip. 1 in a million people get this. And, the only way that doctors say to get rid of it is through surgery. And it's interesting. I saw a woman on the show, The Doctors, that had this condition. And she actually had to get her foot amputated. And I look at my knee after 3 knee surgeries when the doctors told me that I'd never walk again. And I was like, watch me. And literally, it was really difficult for me to walk for about 4 years. I could still kind of bend it, but I constantly had to get up. And, I've been practicing hot yoga now for almost a year and a half, today being 1 day because it's closed. But anyway, I just share that with you from a place of strength. I know some of you already know my story, but for somebody that's listening that can get inspired, I really hope that it touches you in some way, because your story can touch somebody's life in some way. I want you to know, this is number 11, my message to you. I want you to know that you are enough. Yes, you are enough. I would love for you to make a list of 11 things that you love about yourself. It could be anything. You could be like, I love my hair. I love my nose. I love my sense of humor. I love God. I love the sky. I love my shoes. I love my legs. I love my plant. But that's the plant. But you know what I mean? It can be completely anything. I just encourage you to do that and to look at that list, and it's a step that you can take, to start loving and appreciating yourself. So beautiful, human beings. That's the beautiful message that I have for you guys today. And I just want to let you guys know that if any of my messages resonate with you, I am not only a podcaster, but I'm also an inner transformational coach and soul healer. And I've actually drastically reduced my prices for these hard times that we're in right now. If any of this resonates with you, you can actually reach out to me. I am offering my half an hour sessions for only $27. Yes, $27. And my 1 hour sessions for only $57. And basically what I do is I'm able to really connect with you. We can hop on a call and I'm able to connect with your energy, and I'm able to connect with your spirit guides and give you guidance to help you to start healing whatever it is that you're going through. I specifically coach women. And again, if this resonates with you, please reach out to me. You can actually reach out to me on Instagram. I'm at Happiness From Within Now. If you don't have Instagram, no problem. You can also reach out to me via email. I'm at PRADO. Again, that's Janet Prado at gmail.com. And wherever you are in the world, I'd be more than glad to help you. And, oh my God, excuse me. It's like my throat is clearing out. That throat chakra. Anyways, so again, just really want to thank you for listening to today's episode. And for those of you that have received any value, I've actually included a link below. If it resonates with you and you would love to give an exchange of energy, I'm actually taking donations to help to keep the show moving forward. Of any amount would be greatly appreciated, even if it's just 50 cents, $1, 5 cents. But yeah, any amount is greatly, greatly appreciated. Again, it's to go towards the growth of happiness from within. And 10% of the proceeds are actually going to be donated to an organization that I'm a part of to help to promote world peace for Value Creation Society. And so, again, if any of that resonates with you, I will include the link below. And I would love to connect with you. I would love to hear how any of these methods has helped you. What is it that you're doing for fun? I would just love, 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 love to hear. And also the last thing, you guys, is 2 things. So for the next 111 days, yes, 111 days, I'm actually doing a challenge. I'm going to be it's either going to be a post, it could be an Instagram story, an Instagram live, but to really help lift the vibration of this world, I'm going to be just giving free value on my Instagram page. So if any of that resonates with you, again, it's all going to be free. I encourage you to follow me. I'm at Happiness From Within Now. And again, thank you so much. And I will catch you guys either on Instagram tomorrow, and you guys will get your next episode next Tuesday. Have a wonderful, fabulous day. And please don't forget to smile. Love you guys. Bye for now.